What's up, YouTube? What's up, guys? So, I want to talk about the presidential election, how it ties in with the forex markets, what to expect for the. Ooh, I think I hear my kid, but anyways, I'll make this video quick. So, I know a lot of you guys are probably anticipating, who's going to be president for this upcoming election. Either Joe Biden or Trump. To be honest with me, I'm not voting. I haven't voted since I was 18, anyways. So I'm not gonna get into like the whole political review of, oh yeah, why you should be Republican or Democrat. That's not what this video is about. Okay, what I'm going to talk about is that a lot of people are, especially for those that are, trading stocks, and you get a chance to see where Wall Street's going. And I want to pinpoint and show you guys, during the recession of 2008 and 2009 when Obama came in, and what could possibly happen for next year. So let's go ahead. I want to talk with the US dollar first because that's where I like talking about the US dollar, anyways. This is the main, one of the main pairs that I look into. So let's do this. So I'm hyped up on energy drinks right now. So, but let's go back to 2008 here. Let's go back. And let's talk about this right here. So in 2008, when Obama came in, I mean, this thing came crashing down pretty hard, but it came down crashing already. If you look at 2004 and 2001, I mean, you can see that when Bush came in, right? It was at the very, very peak of its prime for the US dollar. And if you don't remember what happened in 2001, we went to war with Iraq. So that was a huge downfall for the economy because we were spending trillions of dollars into the war of Iraq and Afghanistan. And at that time, that was a huge, I said a huge economical burden for the United States. So you can see that from 2001 all the way down to 2004. I mean, this is pretty crazy, right? Just to see this, downtrend going way back down. And now it's at, and then, well, I'm not talking about what's happening now, but let's talk about back here, right? Major resistance at the 93 and 92. And it came right back down even lower back in 2008, right when, Obama came in. So I know a lot of people, are so skeptical at what's going to happen for this upcoming year. I wouldn't be surprised if we do have a recession, even though we are facing a recession already. And so some of you guys are probably wondering, who's going to be president. Well, obviously, if Trump wins, from from what I've seen and my understanding and my opinion on this has nothing to do with anyone else's opinion. This is just my personal opinion. If Trump wins, he's going to try and bring business back. Okay, he's a businessman. He's also an investor. If Joe Biden wins, as for the Democrat side, for them, they're going to try and jack up the stimulus package. And yes, that would be good, but in sense, it's still in a bad way because we're just pumping money in thin air. And so, if you think about it, either way, we're screwed over anyways of what has happened this whole year, regardless of who's going to be president. So that's why I'm not going to get into the whole Republican Democrat side because I'm not for both parties anyways. So then that's that doesn't mean I'm a libertarian, whatever. But like I said, what I want to say is that some of you guys are so caught up in political tensions and political views that you are forgetting, what's happening behind the scenes. And based on technical analysis, the US dollar is still downtrending, right? Currently. And so what I want to talk about this right now, currently, that if we look at this, and this is on the monthly chart, that currently it's still going down. It hasn't come back to retest the main resistance of 99 and 100. Yes, it went all the way up to 103, but it had a major drop back. And so major setback right there at 103 all the way back down to 199. Now it's at 93. So clearly, we are looking at a new downtrend for the US dollar, anyways, regardless if they try to revive the economy. And that's just based on technical analysis and the new fundamentals are going to come into play. Now, the presidential election is for next month. not next year. I was gonna say next year, but for next month, start paying attention to Wall Street. Start paying attention to the housing market. And to be honest, I feel bad for those that actually bought houses this year, because the market value is like 30-40% above the market, yeah, the fair market value on the house. Me, honestly, I don't really see any point of buying a house at this point. And so, I mean, just look at the housing market, right? I'm not going to go into here. FXstreet.com, really great tool for those that are actually looking into understanding the fundamental side. And I'm not talking about their signals. I'm talking about like their latest news here, like right here, guys. Latest news. Really good tool to understand the fundamental side of each country and all the fundamental impact news that impacts, right? The high impact news or unexpected political tensions between two parties. Maybe the stimulus package that what it did last week, or maybe Trump just going insane, or maybe, maybe something else with other countries that are involved, or even the central banks, right? Deciding on where they're going to raise or cut interest rates. So I just want to get touch this on this website here because some of you guys have heard of it but haven't utilized it to its full potential. You always utilize, the fundamental trading and the news trading to your full potential so that you understand that ahead of future and ahead of the time that you are thinking ahead of what could possibly happen on that major pair or that major currency or the cross pair or whatever, or even crypto or even stocks. So just dive down to his website. I'm not saying like read all the news, but skim through it and understand it a little bit more so that when you do come into fundamental analysis and fundamental trading, that you're not all over the place trying to figure out what's going to happen with that currency pair. So back to US dollar here. I was talking about the downtrend. So let's go back to Wall Street, right? Wall Street is on a major move right now. You just look at this major upscale move for Wall Street. I mean, let's go to the daily chart here. This thing has just been moving up. It had, like I said, it got denied because of the stimulus package, but it's coming back to retest at 29,000. Look at this thing. This thing is moving fast. So wouldn't be surprised if it breaks a new high before the election comes in. That's my takeaway on this. That's my insight on what I'm looking at right now. I wouldn't be surprised if this pair tries to break for 30,000 before the presidential election, or higher than 30,000. And then from there, I'm probably looking to sell it. That's just my honest opinion, my honest analysis on looking at you know at the previous high here. And like I said, if you just zoom out and look at US 35 years ago and compare it to it now, it's just been on a major move going back up again and just creating new highs. And so I'm pretty sure some of you guys are probably wondering where gold is going to be going. Gold, it is still on a bull trend, but at the same time, it's still just in its consolidation phase. And what I mean by that is that hasn't really been a really strong buying opportunity anymore since it peaked, the highest price, which is like 2070, I think it was. So, you know, for it to come back to 2000, it can, I'll be honest, it's still on a bull trend. It's still on a bullish move, but at the same time, it's just not as bullish as it was. And what I mean by that is that it's not breaking even higher to test higher. So just just looking at, if you look at this price right now, I'm on the weekly chart for gold, but if you look at this, maybe gold might end up just consolidating at the 1900 price for a while until something happens with the election. So, but just my 2 cents, my own analysis on this, where I'm seeing for the presidential election, what could possibly happen for next year. I want to keep you guys updated because you know this is something that I have not traded. Right, I came in and let's see, I came in at the beginning of January 2017, a live trade. So obviously I missed out, that election part of 2016. So of November 2016 when they actually started, saying, who was going to be president when Trump won and what happened to the markets at that time, right? And then when I only saw the time when Trump and Obama did the inauguration in January. So that's the only thing that I saw. It was really volatile on Friday, but at the same time, I'm talking about the January 17th. I think it was on Friday. Was when Obama and Trump shook hands and they did the inauguration, and then it was a little bit volatile. But also, it was there was the Fed speech too. So if you could forget, Fed Powell was not president at the time. It was I can't remember that other lady, old lady. I forgot her name. So, but anyways, anyways, just I'm just rambling around. So, but anyways, I just want to make this clear for you guys that you got to be prepared, especially what's going to come up for next month, especially for the beginning of the week of November, because that's when the elections are coming in, like a lot. And so there's going to be a lot of anticipation for that week. So you can make a lot of money, you know, or you can lose a lot of money. That probably a prime time month to actually see where things going to happen, especially for all the investors that are coming in and coming out. What they probably going to do, like I said, pay attention to Wall Street, pay attention to all the commodities. I would pay attention to. I wouldn't be like I said. I mean, I focus too much on the U.S. dollar too, but at the same time, from what I'm seeing so far, is that they're trying to jack up the stocks, turn down the currencies, and where's the housing market gonna go? We'll see from there. And so, like I said, pay attention to the housing market. I'm gonna be honest right now. What has happened this whole year and up until right now, just pay attention to the housing market. Real estate, I wouldn't be surprised if they crash real estate. I'm just being honest on this, on on what I'm seeing so far. And so it just doesn't make any sense. Like we got right, number one, we have the most cases in the United States for corona. Number two, we have the highest unemployment rates right now. I don't know how, right? We have the highest unemployment rates, and we're trying to push for a stimulus package out of thin air that we don't even have money to print. But where's all that money coming from? Just those three things. I'm not talking about the presidential election. The presidential election is just another political debate, which ties all that back to money, right? So just very, just think for a sec and look at where this country's headed. So it's sad as to say, it's like civil war, pretty much. I hate to say that word, but that's what it sounds like, right? That's what it looks like too, especially on social media too. Everybody's just backstabbing each other, talking crap about each other. It is what it is. So that's why I stay away from social media. You got that social dilemma documentary. That's a pretty good one too. So I'll put that on description. You guys should watch that too. It's on Netflix. But anyways, that's it for you guys. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a great week. It is very gloomy and rainy outside for today here in Wisconsin. So I'm just gonna catch some Z's and spend time with my kids. And shout out to all the stay-at-home parents out there doing virtual learning because virtual learning sucks. I'll be honest right now. But other than that, that's it, guys. Peace.